children these days are becoming so obese. We need to do something to stop this problem, but I'm not sure what the best solution is.
Yes. Childhood obesity is becoming increasingly prevalent in the United States, and it is an issue that needs to be resolved before heart disease and other chronic diseases that are typically common among adults become widespread among children. There are several factors that contribute to this epidemic, but children's lack of physical activity and poor nutrition habits are the primary causes of obesity. Prevention through education and interventions is the key to reducing the prevalence of childhood obesity. Also, did you know that approximately 2/3 of Americans and 1/3 of American children are currently overweight or obese? Healthcare costs from obesity are currently $147 billion per year, and this is the first generation that may have a shorter lifespan than their parents. If children are already becoming obese and getting related diseases such as type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, they will have even more severe problems once they become adults. Furthermore, South Carolina is ranked 5th in the United States for obesity rates and 7th for overweight youths. In 2011, 29.6% of high school students in South Carolina were either overweight or obese.
Wow. Those statistics are unbelievable. If we do not intervene now, the problem will become greatly exacerbated. What type of intervention do you propose? Do you have any ideas for South Carolina, specifically? We could really use some help down here.
There are so many things that could be implemented in South Carolina in order to tackle this issue. However, something that has really been bothering me is physical education standard in South Carolina schools.
Oh, really? What's wrong with the physical education standards in South Carolina?
Physical education is required every year throughout elementary and middle school. However, it is only required for 1 year in high school. Furthermore, the physical education classes that are provided are not very engaging for the students.
You know, you're right about the quality of our PE classes. In my experience, the PE classes in high school were very unorganized. They became more of a free time rather than a time to participate in physical activity. Also, I didn't realize that all high schools in South Carolina only require 1 year of PE. I thought it was just my school. What is the current legislation regarding physical education, and how do you suggest we change it?
The current legislation for physical education requirements in South Carolina comes from the 2008 South Carolina Academic Standards for Physical Education. This includes the Students' Health and Fitness Act of 2005, the South Carolina standards that were published in 2000, and the national standards that were most recently published in 2004. The Students' Health and Fitness Act of 2005 was a move in the right direction. However, it is not sufficient to meet the needs of our ever-growing overweight population. The act requires children from kindergarten through 5th grade to receive 90 minutes of physical education and 60 minutes of physical activity per week. In regards to high school, South Carolina legislation says that students must complete 1 year of a fitness and wellness course. This requirement does not provide a specific curriculum that must be followed. I propose that students be required to attend a PE class all the way through high school because according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 6 to 17-year-old youths should engage in 1 hour or more of physical activity per day. The Centers for Disease Control recommends that these 60 minutes include aerobic activity as well as muscle and bone strengthening activities. The curriculum for the classes would include a variety of enjoyable activities, such as Zumba, aerobic dance, yoga, soccer, basketball, jogging, and muscle strengthening activities. Additionally, I propose that a health class be implemented once a month instead of the regular PE class in order to provide education and awareness about healthy eating as well as other important public health topics.
That all sounds great, but does our system have enough money for that? Shouldn't our limited funding and time go to core classes such as math, science, history, and English?
There will still be plenty of time for the core classes. In regards to funding, is education more important than one's health? If the children of our generation are getting heart diseases at young ages, how will they be able to focus on their education and later on in life pursue a successful career if they have obtained a series of health complications due to their weight? The importance of physical activity in regards to one's health cannot be stressed enough. Exercise has countless benefits that must not be disregarded. Research even shows that there is a strong link between physical activity and academic performance. Additionally, if PE is required for all students, the health disparities that affect students of a lower socioeconomic status and minority students will be reduced.
You make several good points about the importance of PE classes, and I understand your concern about this issue. I think it's a proposal worth pursuing.
Thank you. We'll have to propose our idea to the State Superintendent of Education, Mick Zay, and see what he thinks.